Hello everyone, welcome to my channel again. This video is all about idioms, but these idioms that I'm giving you today are very special because they're easy to use idioms, and they're easy to learn idioms, and easy to understand idioms, and they're perfect for those that are studying for something like Ielts or one of the other language level tests, where they can actually introduce these into the writing or the speaking answers, and are ideal. The best way to address them is to follow them here on this video and get them in your mind and use them. I've given some examples here, some sentences where you can see a way to use them. And I've tried to use these sentences where sentences that would maybe somehow tie in with some of your questions that you may be asked at the test. So I recommend you learn them and you remember them and you know how to apply them. There is going to be more. So these are only a few here, but I think they're very useful idioms. What you need to do is learn, I would say, maybe, I don't know, the number, not more than 20 anyway. And I think there's 9 here, but 15, 20 is more than enough. And the idioms you learn, make sure you feel comfortable with them, you're happy with them, you know how to apply them. Practice them, and they will become embedded in your mind. So when you're doing a test, you will see something and think, I could use that idiom here. And that would be the ideal solution. Not only will it help you in your test, but it will probably impress the people that are marking you. So good luck with that, and thank you for watching. The first idiom on this video is the ball is in your court. The ball is in your court. It means the responsibility or decision is now with somebody else. Whoever you're speaking to or whoever you delegate, the ball is in your court. So here's an example. The management were informed that the delivery vehicle was beyond economic repair. The options were to either buy or rent a replacement. So the ball was back in the management's court waiting for a decision. Just off the top of my head, another one could be, I have done as much as I can, and now it's up to you. So the ball is back in your court. So it's a very good one. It's a way of saying that someone else has got the responsibility now. So let's move on. Bite the bullet. Bite the bullet. It means to face a difficult or unpleasant situation with courage. You have to bite the bullet and get it done. The example I gave here, the management agreed that if they rented the vehicle, it would not be so expensive in the short term. However, it would make better economic sense to buy a replacement vehicle. Despite the poor current economic situation, it was decided to bite the bullet and make the purchase. Cost an arm and a leg. Something is very expensive. Sounds like it, huh? Cost an arm and a leg. It's a very commonly used idiom, actually, even amongst people in general conversation. That's going to cost you an arm and a leg. Anyway, the purchasing manager informed the finance department that the new vehicle was going to cost an arm and a leg. Very expensive. So that should be a very easy one to discuss if you're using the cost of anything, etc. It's all comparative, cost an arm and a leg, but let's move on. I have to admit this is one of my favorites, and I've used it many times, hundreds of times I would think, particularly when I was engineering and running project management meetings, etc. I would love to use this. Okay, let's cut to the chase. So what does cut to the chase mean? It means let's get down to the most important or interesting parts of something quickly. This is what it's all about. This is what the meeting's all about. Let's cut to the chase. Let's talk about this now. So After a few minutes of small talk, the president brought the meeting to order and cut to the chase, saying they needed to find a solution to the problem. A super idiom, and one that you could probably use easily in your writing or your speaking. A blessing in disguise. A good thing that initially seemed bad. For instance, without reading this one, we've missed the last train. That might just turn out to be a blessing in disguise because there's something else I would like to do here. The example I give also here is, due to staffing cuts, I was made redundant. However, it turned out to be a blessing in disguise as I got a much better job within a few days. A blessing in disguise, something that's started pretty bad, but it's worked out very well for the future. Put all your eggs in one basket. I'm told that's never a very advisable thing to do. Be careful never to put all your eggs in one basket. If you drop the basket, you lose everything. So, putting all your eggs in one basket, to focus all your resources on one single option. The example I've given here, by investing with this company, we will be putting all our eggs in one basket. That might not be such a good idea. To throw in the towel. Now this is a very interesting one actually, and it comes from our pugilistic sports aspect, the boxing, when the two boxers were fighting in the ring and one was getting beaten. If his manager thought there was no point in continuing the fight and letting his boxer get subjected to more problems, then he could pick up his towel and throw it into the ring, which was a signal for the referee to stop the fight. They were giving up, they gave the fight up, they acknowledged they were beaten. So, but it's used in many theatres and scenarios now. So throw in the towel. To give up or abandon something. My example here is, I have been trying to book a flight for Friday, but nearly ready to throw in the towel, as there seems to be no seats available. Nearly ready to throw in the towel. Not quite, he's not quite giving up yet, but nearly ready to throw in the towel to give up. So that's throw in the towel. Okay, the last idiom for this video is take with a pinch of salt. Let me just explain here also that some people use this idiom and they say take with a grain of salt. A grain of salt or a pinch of salt, they mean exactly the same thing. Take with a pinch of salt. To consider something with skepticism or to not take it too seriously. Don't really believe what's being said. They said they will arrive by lunchtime, but I'll take that with a pinch of salt. Traffic is moving very slowly at this moment. So it's something that you shouldn't take too seriously. Take it with a pinch of salt. And that's just about it for today, folks. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to talking with you in the next video. Take care. Bye.